Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to our presentation from Group E. This is regarding Intermediate Accounting 1 course, or class. The chapter, the Accounting Information System. Next slide, please. First thing first, we have basic terminology about Accounting Information System. Let's start with event. An event generally is the source or cause of changes in assets, liabilities, and equity. Events may be external or internal. Then we have transaction. Transaction is an external event involving a transfer or exchange between two or more entities. Then account. Account is a systematic arrangement that shows the effect of transactions and other events on a specific element. It can be asset, liability, equity, and so on. Next, it's ledger. Ledger itself is the book of computer printouts containing the accounts. There is two, general ledger and subsidiary ledger. General ledger is a collection of all the asset, liability, equity, revenue, and expense account. Meanwhile, subsidiary ledger contains the detail related to a given general ledger account. The last is journal. Journal is the book of original entry, where the company initially records transactions or other events. Various amounts are transferred from the journal to the ledger. Entering transaction data in the journal is known as journalizing. Next slide, please. Then we have debits and credits. The term debit and credit means left and right, respectively. This does not mean increase or decrease, but instead describe where a company makes entries in the recording process. So, when a company enters an amount on the left side, it debits the account. If it's in the right side, means it credits the account. In the picture, you can see the example of double entry accounting. It is a standard financial record keeping method where every transaction is recorded in at least two accounts, a debit and a credit, ensuring that total debits always equal total credits. Next slide, please. Financial statements and ownership structures. The company's ownership structure dictates the type of account that are part or affect the equity section. A corporation commonly uses share capital, share premium, dividends, and retained earnings account, like in the picture. Meanwhile, a proprietorship or a partnership organization uses an owner's capital account and an owner's drawing account. In the picture, you can see the flow from net income or loss in the income statement, then it went to retained earnings statement before reaching the statement of financial position. Next slide, please. Then we have the accounting cycle. In the picture, we can see the standard accounting cycle at the start from journalization all the way to closing entries. But the underlying issue is how far should an organization record an event or transaction. There is no simple rules exist that state which events a company should record, but the items recorded should be a relevant information and faithful representation about the asset or the liability and about any income, expenses, or changes in equity. In short, a company should record as many transactions as possible that affects its financial position. The next material will be presented by my friend.
So the next is journalizing. So basically the journalizing is the process of recording financial transaction in the journal. Journal also called the book of original entry. In its simple form, a general journal chronologically lists transactions and other events, expressed in terms of debit and credits to account. In some cases, a company uses special journal in addition to general journal. So the special journal summarize transaction processing common characteristic like cash receipt, sales, purchase, and cash payment. So in the picture that I show in the PPT, it's the example of the general journal. Next. And then after we do the general journal, we do posting. So posting is a procedure of transferring journal entries to the ledger accounts. So from the general journal, the first step, we post to the debit account because cash in debit. So we make the account of cash. We put the dates and then debit on and then cash on debit and then the balance. We also put reference 101. Same with the share capital account. We do the same as the cash account but in credit side. Next. And then chart of account. A chart of account is the number and type of account differ for each company. The number of account depends on the amount of detail management desires. Most company have a chart of account, but maybe different for each company. This chart lists the accounts and the account number that identify their location in the ledger. So in this chapter, I use Yazizi Advertising as the example. From account 101 till 199, you can see in the assets, it represents assets. Like the asset starts with number 1, and then number 2 for the liabilities, and number 3 equities, number 4 for the revenue, and expense start with number 6 until number number 5 until number 7, and then for the last number it's number 9, but also in expenses because it represent other expenses. Next. Recording process illustrated. So we do analyze the transaction, and then we do the equation analysis. So we decided to put the account of the analysis in debit or credit, and then we entry on the journal and then post it into the ledger. Next. And then trial balance. A trial balance it's a list of account and their balance at given time. So the trial balance proves the mathematical equality of debits and credit after posting. Under the double entry system, this equality occurs when the sum of the debit and credit account balance. So you see in the calculation of the trial balance with the red colors, it's equal. But a trial balance does not prove that company recorded all the transaction or that the ledger is correct. So you still make sure the ledger is correct or not just only from the trial balance. So next will be presented by my friends.
For the next, we are going to talk about adjusting entries. We need to make adjusting entries so we can report assets, liabilities, and equity, report proper revenues and expenses, and also adjusting entries are needed when we are going to prepare financial statement. Next, please. There are two types of adjusting entries. The first one is deferrals. Deferrals are expenses or revenues that cannot yet be recognized, but the cash has been recorded. There are two examples of this. The first one is prepaid expenses, where cash paid before expense recorded, and unearned revenues, where cash received before revenue recorded. Next. The second one is accruals. Accruals are expenses or revenues that has been recognized, but we does not receive the cash yet. There are two types of this. The first one is accrued revenues, that are revenue recorded before cash received. The second one is accrued expenses, where expenses recorded before cash paid. Next. Here are the position of deferral and accrual in adjusting entries. For deferral, there are prepaid expenses where the asset is in credit, where it decrease, and the expense is in debit, where it increase. And for the unearned revenues, the liability is in debit, where it decrease and the revenue is in credit where it increase. And for the accrual, for accrued revenues, the asset is in debit where it increase and the revenue is in credit where it increase. For the accrued expenses, the expense is in debit where it increase and the liability is in credit where it increase. Next. So here we have an example of adjusted trial balance. Adjusted trial balance is to prove the equality of the total debit balances and the total credit balances. The adjusted trial balance is the primary basis for the preparation of financial statements. Next. For the next is going to be presented by my friend.
Okay, we are going to talk about closing. So closing is about reduce the balance of temporary account like revenue and expense to zero in order to prepare the account for next period. For example, in Yazici advertising, like the second presenter talk about, they move the balance of revenue and expense to clear account, usually called income statement. So in the income statement, they match the revenue and expense. So we know if the company is having a profit or loss. After that, they transfer it into equity account. For corporation, the equity account is return earned, but for proprietorship and partnership, it's capital account. After that, companies post all of the account into closing entries. So in the right, there is a picture about example about closing entries. As you know, there's service revenue and there is also income statement. There is income statement and there is match it with their expense. If they have revenue, their income statement are matched also and their dividends. The next one is there is the procedure of making the closing entry. So like I said, the expense is calculated and the net profit or loss also input in the income statement. So we know that the income statement and revenue is matched. Next. Next is, oh, sorry, I'm sorry, the double click. So after that, we post closing trial balance. The purpose is to prove that the equality of the permanent account is balanced, like cash, account receivable, supplies, and others. Since all the temporary account is zero, so we know that the company is have profit or loss. So post closing trial balance profit evidence, like I said, probably it also shows that the accounting evidence is balanced at the end of period. Next. So the next is reversing entries, but this is an optional process. So some accountant prefer to make the reversing entry at the beginning of the next accounting period. The reversing entry is the exact opposite of adjusting entry made in the previous period. So it's optional, but mostly they use it to make sure the journalizing uh, in the previous period is correct. Next this is the summary of accounting process. We enter the transaction. After we make the transaction, we post it into journal, post the journal into ledger, prepare unadjusted trial balance, adjusting journal entry, prepare a trial balance after adjusting, prepare financial statement, closing journal entry, and trial balance after closing. For optional process, we prepare the reversing entry. Next will be present by my friend.
Next, we're going to talk about financial statements for a merchandising company. First, we have income statement. Income statement classifies amounts into such categories as gross profit on sales, income from operations, income before income taxes, and net income. Here's the example for income statement. We are going to use the senior cabinet's income statement for the year ended December 31, 2022. In this picture is shown that the first company reports that the net sales is 400,000. Then it deducts cost of goods sold of 316,000, which results in gross profit on sales is 84,000. Then we are counting about the expense that divided into selling expense and administrative expenses. After deducting with all of this, then we got the income from operation. Then we got the income from operation is 16 for 540. Then we add other revenues such as interest revenue, also interest, and also we deduct the other expense with interest expense. After all of this step, we're going to get the net income by 12 and 200,000. Next. Next, we had retained earnings statement. The retained earnings statement explains the changes in retained earnings during the year. Beginning, retained earnings on January 1st were 16 and 200. Then we add the net income from the financial statements 12 and 200,000. We get the 28 400,000. Then it will subtract with the dividends of 2,000. So the ending we got the 2640,000. Next. Next we have statement of financial position, or also known as the balance sheet. It shows that the company's financial position that divide by assets, liabilities, and equities. The total assets is equal to 135 and 300,000. Then the liabilities equals to 68 and 900. 68 and 9,000. Then the equity, we have the total with 76,000 and 400. Next. Next, we have the closing entries. At the end of the accounting period, the company prepares closing entries. There are 4 steps. That first, we close all revenue accounts to income summary, then close all expense accounts to income summary, Third, we close income summary to retained earnings, and fourth, close dividend to retained earnings. These entries reset temporary accounts to zero for the next accounting period. After closing entries, retained earnings reflect the updated ending balance of 26,400.